to join the Fever and what's special about this opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm really excited. I had some stint there at Golden State and it was a great time. So yeah, went over, played with Australia, won a gold there, and that was great. So just to be back in the W and have another crack is really exciting. Really grateful for this opportunity here with the Fever and just excited.
The Indiana Fever just made a move that is appending the WNBA. Australian forward Chloe Bibby has joined them. And let's be honest, this could be the last element that helps Caitlin Clark and the Fever win a championship. After months of watching them struggle to find the ideal supporting cast around their hero, they recently brought in someone who not only respects Clark, but has already shown that she is willing to go above and beyond to prepare this team for championships.
Breaking news, Chloe Bibby, who was recently on the Golden State Valkyries, has been signed to the Indiana Fever. This is not a huge surprise to me. I have mentioned it in multiple videos. She was doing really well with the Valkyries. I think she was only with them for about 5 games, while a lot of their players went over to Eurobasket.
Let's be truthful. The only person who can boost Clark's output and provide this team the experienced presence they need is Baby. But what else makes this forward from Australia perfect for Indianapolis? Keep an eye out, since this acquisition might mark a sea change for the most well-liked women's basketball team.
The thing I remember about Chloe was the fact that she could shoot, right? That's the main thing I remember about her. Watching her games with the Valkyries, if y'all don't remember that, she was on the Valkyries. I think she played for the preseason and she got signed again, didn't play like 5 games. She finished with like 42% shooting from the 3. So she could hit, man. She could really hit.
If you're enjoying it, please subscribe. The Indiana Fever have finally made a move that shows their dedication to victory after anxiously searching for the right pieces to surround their generational talent. The same group that has been watching Caitlin Clark carry a tremendous burden game after game says it's time to provide her the support she needs. And the best individual to provide this kind of help is Chloe Bibby. The Fever have been producing something special this season.
Chloe Bibby, the newest member of the Indiana Fever, her fit and whether she's a long-term fit for the Fever remains to be seen. But on the surface, on paper, it makes a lot of sense. Because this is a team that has been in dire need of, in my opinion, of a stretch 4. And that is what Bibby, skill set wise, is capable of doing. We don't have a huge sample size to work with. Obviously, she had a short spurt with the Valkyries.
Caitlin Clark is playing a video game on simple settings and breaking records. Triple doubles. She's collecting them, sort of like trading cards. Aids in the documentation and rewriting of historical materials. But despite Clark's outstanding individual performance, the team hasn't been able to play at the championship level on a regular basis. Someone who can step up and complement Clark's exceptional skill set is desperately needed. But I do remember her shooting specifically.
But I remember specifically her shooting. She was shooting that thing, man. She was stretching the floor, and the Indiana Fever needs that. They need somebody that can help stretch that floor, make it more dangerous at that perimeter, make the defense respect that perimeter just as much as they respect the paint presence, right? So she can help with that.
Indiana Fever finally was able to identify what everyone else could see for miles around. They needed someone who has experience around the world, who can work under pressure, and who has proven they can perform on the biggest platforms. For them, Chloe Bibby was indispensable. Unfortunately, they didn't do this sooner.
There were a lot of fans where the Fever are too slow. They want to play slow it down, grind it out basketball. Doesn't seem that way. Doesn't seem that way by the player they just signed and the messaging that is going across there. So that has to be reassuring for a lot of the fans. And Chloe Bibby seems to have a good head on her shoulders, a good attitude, and a good approach.
The Fever, as everyone knows, have been getting ready for something special. In essence, it is the story of the season. Does that make sense to you? Just when you think they have their rhythm down pat, they need something extra to make them stand out. Maybe they've just found it in BBY. Chloe Bibby is therefore willing to support a superstar who is having the kind of incredible sophomore season that creates legends. Or even a very fantastic basketball fairy tale. But let's keep in mind what's truly happening here. And who could miss the perfect moment? This guy played against the Fever earlier in the season, scoring 12 points in 24 minutes and making clutch three-pointers. Right now, she's joining the same squad that she decimated. It's almost lyrical in several respects.
Brianna Turner is over there collecting dust. We need somebody off the bench that can come in with some size and rain threes until Damaris's Dance's shot begins to fall and we go out and we get one. Chloe Bibby. Last time we saw Chloe Bibby, she dropped 12 points against the Indiana Fever. Wait for it, in her WNBA debut. She shoots over 40% from the field. She shoots over 40% from three.
The Fever had to watch Bibby light them up from beyond the arc when she was with Golden State, but at least they've made it so obvious now that even casual fans are describing it as a fantastic fit. The most astounding thing, though, is that Bibby is unable to pretend that this isn't supposed to be. She is unable to go back in time and act as though this is not her fate. It's too perfect. Chemistry is already present. The quick-paced three-point shooting strategy of head coach Stephanie White was practically made for her. The officials, who once rarely saw her potential, are now seeing a player who is ideal for plans to win a championship. But what's truly beautiful is that BBY has jumped at the chance with genuine enthusiasm. She can't pretend she doesn't see the potential. It's too late for that. There's real enthusiasm. She has been traveling the world and making her home in Poland, Spain, and Australia up until this point. You can't ignore that trajectory, despite the wishes of some to downplay the significance of this signing.
Where were you when you got the news or got the call that the Fever were putting you up?
I was in China.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So how quickly were you, just scramble mode then coming over to the States, like pack a bag and go?
Well, yeah, I was already in, so I went from San Francisco to China, and so then I didn't really get to go back to Australia. So just from China, I was like, well, I already have some stuff packed, so then just come back over here, back to America. So yeah, it was good. It all happened pretty fast, but as I said, super grateful.
In the end, Chloe Bibby's presence gives the Fever's chances of winning a championship more substance. It's kind of like seeing someone finally get the teammate they've been wishing for all their career. Indeed, there are other talented players out there, but sometimes the best fit isn't found by having the largest name. It's important to find the proper player at the appropriate time, and as we all know, Clark deserves that support. Let's look at what makes this signing so special. BBY is more than a guy who plays a role on the roster. At the championship level, this athlete brings to Indianapolis real-world experience and expertise. During her tenure with the Golden State Valkyries this season, she averaged 6.4 points and 2.8 rebounds while shooting an amazing 42.1% from three-point range in just 13.2 minutes per game. Notwithstanding their seeming simplicity, the data show efficient production and the ability to intervene immediately when necessary. What's so remarkable is how BBY talks about this opportunity. She planned the first trip to Indianapolis right away, even though she was in China when she got the call from the Fever. When BBY told reporters she thought back on the busy week that led to her deal, it all happened pretty fast. Being back in the W and having another opportunity is incredibly exciting. The opportunity to be here with the Fever is much appreciated.
Well, yeah, I was already in, so I went from San Francisco to China, and so then I didn't really get to go back to Australia. So just from China, I was like, well, I already have some stuff packed, so then just come back over here, back to America. So yeah, it was good. It all happened pretty fast, but as I said, super grateful for the opportunity.
Does it still feel chaotic now that you've been with the team for a day, or do you feel like a little bit settled now?
I feel a little bit settled. I have had a lot of sleep, which is great, so I think I've got over the jet lag a little bit, so feeling good.
You had the chance to go and play against this favorite team.
Yeah.
What kind of your impressions then, and how do you feel like you can fit into what they do?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, really physical team, tough, fast-paced, and I like that fast, style. So I think that suits me a lot.
BBY, however, is driven by more than just gratitude. There is genuine excitement about what this bunch is capable of. She understands the objective that head coach Stephanie White is pursuing. As a team, the Fever are quite athletic. I like that fast style, explained BBY, and it's tough and fast-paced. I think that's a great fit for me. Fast-paced three-point shooting is what I think I do. I want to establish myself here. That's the mentality that successful teams are built on. By going to Indianapolis, Bibby has no desire to steal Clark's spotlight or pursue personal glory. She has a team-first mentality and a clear sense of her position. She is ready to provide this squad with just what it needs. A remarkable picture of worldwide achievement is depicted by the figures. Before she started playing in the WNBA, BBY was quite powerful overseas. She won the Komet Award for Most Valuable Player in Poland's Basket Liga with 20.9 points and 5.9 rebounds per game. In the Euro Cup women's competition, she even outperformed, averaging 22 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 2.2 steals per game. These are not just trustworthy numbers. These kinds of superstar-level numbers show what BBY can do if given the opportunity to be a main player.
These wave players, I kept saying there was one player that the Indiana Fever needed to sign, and today it happened. That's right, Indiana Fever have officially signed Chloe Bibby. She showed up and showed out with all the teams that she was with in the preseason, and especially with the Valkyries. And I kept saying she can spread the floor, she makes the three. She would be a perfect pickup for the Indiana Fever, except they took forever to sign her. So I was like, maybe they're not going to sign her.
But that's what makes her perfect for the Fever. She doesn't need to be the main attraction. BBY has shown that she is able to modify her performance level to meet the needs of her team. With Clark in command and Aaliyah Boston taking care of the pain, BBY can focus on her talents, which includes stretching the floor, shooting three-pointers, and providing the kind of seasoned leadership that young teams desperately need during championship drives. The head coach, Stephanie White, is thrilled about BBY's potential. White told reporters, "We liked her size, her ability to stretch the floor, her ability to create shots, and her ability to make space inside for Aaliyah Boston. Now is our opportunity to watch." She came, researched the offense, and has done a great job. The fact that BBY has already begun investigating the incident shows how committed she is. Being here isn't enough for this player. This person is already finishing the assignments needed to contribute right away. When asked about the challenges of integrating a new player at this late stage of the season, White appears confident. She won't be used in a sophisticated manner by us. We will modify the playbook to accommodate the ways we can continue stretching the floor when we put her on the floor with Boston.